How do you know if you have enough light? How do you know if it's in the right spot? And how do you know if you're using the right fixture? Well, I can help you with that. I'm going to walk through my kitchen, sad as it is, and show you what I'm thinking about. Now that I have a firm kitchen plan from the cabinet manufacturer, I can lay out where the lights are going to go. I can choose the fixtures. I can choose some of the other accent kind of lighting under cabinet, that kind of stuff. And I can choose the proper recessed lights in order to light up this space so that I can work in it. If you're interested, stick around. I'm going to give you a formula to approximate and check the lumens for what you're choosing so that you can make sure that you don't chop your fingers off when you're working in the kitchen. Get a load of this. I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure it violates any code out there. It's like a hanging ceiling panel. I don't know. There's also a recessed light right here over the sink, but it is 3 inches off the wall, so it casts a glare on the wall, on the window at night. So it's not placed well. It's in the soffit, so we're going to have to deal with that. So the lighting sucks in here. Now, based on the new plan, which if you could see the floor, and you see some of my tape here. Based on the new layout, there's going to be an island right about here. The peninsula cabinets will run to about here, so just about in line with the island. So they'll run around here. There'll be an upper here, 2 uppers here, or more over here, some open shelves, an upper over here. Was formerly an appliance garage, but it's not going to work out because there's a big sink here that's going to extend the entire width of this window. So that had to go. So there'll be an upper here, and then over here will be the fridge with an upper above and the hood somewhere in here. The new hood will hopefully be a more reasonable width. This one is, I don't know, 48 inches over a 30-inch range. It just... Any takers? All right, so the island's going here. Now, let's talk about what we're gonna do for lighting. Very exciting. This is the island, so it's 8 feet long. So what I'm thinking is a nice long linear pendant. I've been falling in love with these linear pendants, sending them to lots of clients in the meetings, and I've fallen in love with one. It's very expensive, too expensive, and it doesn't dim. So let your restrictions, let your demands, your needs from a fixture eliminate some of the bad choices out there that really look good. It doesn't dim, so I want a dimmable light over the island in case you're sitting here at night or whatever. So the island is going to get a linear pendant of some kind. So on this back wall, we're going to have the hood, which will give us some light. And then we're going to have a blank wall and a blank wall before the fridge and a cabinet over here. So I'm thinking a sconce will get under cabinet light here, under cabinet light underneath the cabinets, as well as the open shelves on both sides, because this wall will extend another 3 feet, and we'll move the cabinets this way. So we'll have under cabinet lighting that runs, whatever that is, 7 feet. That's all our fixtures, I think. I'm not going to do anything over there, I don't think. Maybe a no, it's too busy. So back behind you, 2 recessed lights in those corners over there to light the path to the living room. And then I'm thinking, even though I've got the under cabinet light, so my door is right about there. So that's where my door starts. So this is all my cabinetry along here, which is, what do we got? Just over 7 feet. So I'm thinking 2 recessed cans that are gonna sit at about 22 inches. So just out from that soffit, hit the countertop. It'll also cast light around here to the path around the island. So 2 there. I'm also thinking, now I've got the sconces. So the sconces are gonna give you nice ambient light around here. It's not a tremendous amount of light on the countertop. And my other recessed can is way over here. And this is where my sink is. So, I may bring that recessed light in a little bit more. and put another one here so it hits this countertop, and then have another one here. They'll hit the walkway around. That works. And then I'll have two. I've got a wall that's being built at some point way over here on the other side of the island. You can't even see me. So over there we'll have two hi-hats with adjustable gimbals or adjustable bulbs so that it can hit my pantry wall over there. And I think that's it. We've got one light back here into my pantry and into the hallway. I'll show you over here. Come on, take a walk. So my last recess cam we're talking about is right over here. The fridge will have its own light. So you can see my mark on the floor there. That's the new wall right there. So that's going to run along there. So I think a can somewhere up here to sort of share light around this space, around the fridge and around the passageway down to the new hallway. I couldn't help myself.
Johnny's home.
I'm waiting and waiting. This wall's next, but I know there's power in it, so I don't want to mess with it.
Hit that subscribe button.
Now that I've walked through the space with the new plan in my mind, I've got a general idea of where I want lights. So I'm going to sit down with the plan and I'm going to lay out the recessed lights, the sconces, the under cabinet lights, and see how it looks. Then I'm going to figure out which lights fit the bill. So which recessed cans are going to be a tight beam, say 35, somewhere in there, for over here, I don't want a big wash of a 60 or a 50 degree beam spread. Over here, where they're gonna highlight the pantry on this far wall, I want that to be tighter because it's gonna be two center cabinets and two shelves on either side. I want it to be directed at those two cabinets. So for that, I might use a smaller trim kit, like a 2-inch, and I might use a tighter beam spread. So that's what I'm thinking in here. Not a ton of recessed lights. You don't need a ton. If each one of these is kicking out 1,000 lumens.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 of them, that's 8,000 lumens. Then I'm gonna have two sconces. Probably the ones I've seen have a light on top, a light on bottom, at least 60 watts a piece over there, boom, boom, twice. And then we have whatever the pendant is going to be over the island. The one I was looking at, I think it was ridiculous, like 10,000 lumens, something, 3,000, I don't know. It was over the top. So this room is covered. If you use generic formulas that are in Basic Lighting 101 and you multiply the room, the square footage, that's length times width, remember geometry? Let's say this room is 10 by 20, so I've got 200 square feet. This is a high task area, which means we want more lumens when we're doing those tasks. Not all the time, that's why dimmers are around. But most of the time when we're chopping, we want to be able to see our fingers, that kind of important stuff. 75 to 100 watts is recommended for task areas. You multiply that by the square footage, so 200 times 100 would be 20,000 lumens. We said
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's 8,000 lumens just in the recessed lighting alone. Maybe another 2,000, 5,000 over here for the fixture. So what are we at? 15 or so, almost 20,000 lumens. That's plenty. In that, I haven't even counted the under cabinet lighting and the LED lights that come with your hood. So in addition to all of those lights, the under cabinet lights here, and the LED lights in the hood, I am well over 20,000 lumens for this space. This is gonna be well lit. It's gonna be too well lit so that I can pick and choose what I'm gonna use. And that's how you figure out if you got enough light. You're gonna have too much at that number. So if you get your lighting around that number, you should be in great shape as far as lighting your space.
Hey.